Most people have probably tried at least one life hack before. Some are genuinely useful. Others, however, feel like they were invented by somebody who's never interacted with another human being. But every now and then, you come across a small trick that actually makes life noticeably easier. Not in some dramatic, change your entire life overnight kind of way. Just simple things that genuinely work surprisingly well. And usually, there's an interesting psychological reason behind why they work in the first place. So here are 7 life hacks that actually work, and the fascinating reasons behind them. First one, put your alarm clock far away from your bed. This one is painfully simple and annoyingly effective. Most people don't struggle to wake up because they're lazy. It's because there's absolutely nothing stopping them from hitting snooze half asleep. The alarm goes off. Your hand reaches out automatically, and suddenly, you've somehow traveled another hour into the future. But when your phone or alarm is across the room, your brain has to properly wake up. Now you've got to get out of bed, walk over, and regain basic awareness of reality. And honestly, once most people are already standing up, they usually can't be bothered climbing back into bed again. Which is exactly why this works. Next up, use smaller plates to eat less. Well, this sounds fake, right? But it genuinely works surprisingly well. Your brain judges food visually. So when food is spread out on a massive plate, it somehow looks like less. The exact same portion on a smaller plate suddenly feels much more filling. Which means people often serve themselves less without even realizing it. And weirdly, they still feel satisfied afterwards. Humans like to think we make logical decisions. But honestly, our brains get tricked by incredibly simple things all the time. Apparently, even circles and plate sizes are enough to confuse us. This next one is genuinely life-changing for some people. The 2-minute rule. The idea is simple. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Reply to the message, put the dish away, book the appointment, fold the clothes. Because tiny unfinished tasks are mentally exhausting. Not individually, but collectively. Your brain keeps quietly remembering them in the background all day. And somehow, reply to one email starts feeling like a task equivalent to climbing a mountain. Which is ridiculous, but also very human. The strange thing is, the anticipation of doing small tasks is often worse than the task itself. So clearing tiny tasks immediately reduces an unbelievable amount of mental clutter. Put healthy food where you can see it. Most people seriously underestimate how much their environment controls their behavior. If unhealthy snacks are visible, you eat more unhealthy snacks. If fruit is visible, you eat more fruit. It really is that simple. Humans mostly choose whatever is easiest and most obvious in the moment. Which is why supermarkets carefully place products in very specific places. And why suddenly hiding biscuits at the back of a cupboard somehow makes them mysteriously disappear from your daily routine. Your environment quietly influences your decisions constantly. Even when you think you're fully in control, which is slightly unsettling when you think about it for too long. This one sounds small. Use people's names in conversation. Socially, it's surprisingly powerful. People naturally respond positively when they hear their own name. It makes conversations feel more personal, more direct, more genuine. Now obviously, don't overdo it. Otherwise, you start sounding like somebody trying very hard to pass a human interaction test. But used naturally, it genuinely improves conversations. People feel acknowledged, remembered, and respected. There's a reason good presenters, salespeople, and leaders do this constantly. Humans like feeling recognized. The next one saves an unbelievable amount of stress. Pack before sleeping, before traveling. Morning travel turns otherwise intelligent adults into confused survival creatures. Suddenly, everybody is looking for chargers, checking pockets every 6 seconds, forgetting basic items they literally just packed. Meanwhile, the taxi is outside. Packing the night before removes almost all of that chaos. No rushing, no panic, no trying to make important decisions while half-conscious. And decision fatigue is a real thing. The more decisions humans make, the worse our brains get at making future decisions, which honestly explains a lot about airports. The last one on this list is probably the most useful one. If you want to remember something, teach it. One of the best ways to properly learn something is trying to explain it to somebody else. Because the moment you try teaching it, your brain immediately discovers the parts you don't actually understand. You suddenly realize, oh wait, maybe I only understood this vaguely. This is why teachers, presenters, and content creators often become extremely knowledgeable over time. Explaining information forces your brain to organize it clearly, and that creates much deeper understanding. Ironically, teaching something may be one of the fastest ways to learn it yourself. The funny thing about genuinely useful life hacks is that they're usually very simple. Not magical or revolutionary. Usually, they're just small changes that make human behavior work slightly more in your favor. Because improving your life often isn't about massive transformations. It's about reducing friction, reducing stress, and making good decisions a little easier. Which honestly, humans seem to need quite a lot of help with sometimes. If you enjoy this video, subscribe for more fascinating explanations behind everyday things. Thanks for watching.